Okay, just got back from pre-release. Thought it might be fun to open a few of the packs that I won and talk about draft, so what our first pick is, stuff like that. Yeah, might get a little something out of it this early in the set. Oh, this is actually a great one because we got a rare land, which is less interesting, so we don't just have an easy choice, right? Okay, this is a really interesting pack. I like it. So there's a lot going on here. So first, for these two lands, if you just want to get an expensive card or whatever, you would pick the Hollowed Fountain, but we're not doing that. What we're doing here is trying to win. Our shiny is okay, but we're not really looking at it too much. Regenesis, I think, is pretty darn awful. High Alert, also just way too much that you're trying to get to happen here. Daggercaster is nice with the black instant that gives creatures Death Touch, because then this will completely wipe the opposing board. But it's a little much to just say, oh, I'm going to be basically picking this red card in expectation of playing black this early, and it's not that incredible. Chillbringer is amazing. This card is going to end so many games. It's a very irritating card. I have no idea why they printed such a powerful flyer just for one blue requirement at common. I mean, should be like 3 blue or something. I mean, it's easy to splash. It has a huge effect. It ends games. I mean, and they work well in multiples. Very, very good. Aeromunculus is also very good. The only reason why... These are my two front runners right now. Both very good cards, and kind of hard to choose between them, frankly. The Locket I'm not that interested in. Burning Tree Vandal is okay, but it's not at the power of these guys. Consigned to the Pit is pretty slow. Like it less in draft than in sealed. Open the Gates is not that amazing. I mean, we can pick these up on the wheel and such. We don't need to first pick that. Yeah, so when we're talking about first picks, interestingly, these 3 commons are the ones that I'm interested in the most. I'm going to put Burning Tree Vandal at number 3, and then these two, either one could be number 1. Chillbringer is better because you've only got one color here, so you could end up playing Azorius or Simic, right, as your main guild. But if you're willing to just go for it, you know, go hard right away, then you could pick Aeromunculus. I think because I like to be very flexible early, I would pick Chillbringer out of this pack. An extremely interesting pack, and a really good sign for this format. When you can ignore the rare and even all the uncommons, that is a good sign, because it means that your format isn't just decided by, oh, he opened that busted rare type thing. Really good sign. Okay, so these we're not too interested in. Thrash Threat, that's a pretty good card, right? Carnival Carnage also, wow, interesting stuff going on here. Spirit of the Spires also good. Rhythm of the Wild, okay, yeah, this is quite the pack. Wow, instant speed removal spell here. Active Treason, less interesting. Oligarch is good. Wow, this is a pack. This is a heck of a pack. Scavenger is pretty decent in some decks, but you know, we're not first picking it. Admission's good. Marshall's pretty not good. And then Slimebind. So this is actually a really interesting pack. I'm actually liking looking at this set because of this. I mean, wow. So I think that this will become a little more clear as the set moves forward, what would be the correct pick here. I'm going to put Slimebind to the side. And Oligarch is also good, but I'm going to put it to the side. This is very interesting. I think Thrash is good because this is just a one-sided punch ability. You can play it in lots of guilds because you could pay 2 green or 2 red for it. So you could play it in Simic, you could play it in Gruul, you could play it in Rakdos. I mean, it's got a lot of play here going on, right? Carnival Carnage is a little less interesting. I think this is less powerful to split cards. Spirit of the Spires is good, and because it's a single color, I like that. Rhythm of the Wild, very strong turn 3 play, as long as Gruul is doing what it wants to do. Get to the Point, also really good. We've got a lot of multicolored cards, so this is kind of hard to choose. But I would put Thrash at Thrash Threat number 1. I think it's pretty clearly number 1. These three are all getting pretty close. I guess I'd go Rhythm of the Wild, and then Spirit of the Spires, then Carnival Carnage. Although Carnage is a good side of a card there. Man, I'm really liking these packs. This is looking like it's going to be a very good draft format because there's so much going on and that you can think about while opening them. Usually it's pretty mindless for the first pick or two, you know. Alright, let's take a look. Spellbreaker's good. Ruin is good. Enforcer is amazing. Racketeer's pretty good. Locket's not that interesting. Night Arbiter is good. Courier is okay. It's just okay. Insight, not something I would want to first pick. Grotesque Demise is actually legit. Alright. So these are the ones that we're looking at first. I'd take the Racketeers and put those to the side for a second. I think the Rumbling Ruin, for 6 mana cards, you can really get some really good stuff, so it's not too important to me for that. What we're looking at here is basically a split between cards that make you really commit, and then cards that are a little more flexible. The Night Arbiter I'm going to take out because as a 5-drop, you can just find a lot of good 5-drops that can end the game. Even a Chillbringer can really get some damage and, you know, play that sort of role. So now we're down a little bit more. So I would actually say, and I know I'm going to get some flack for this, this is the most powerful card, right? I don't know. Okay, I think I would put Gruul Spellbreaker first because it's so good. Then Grotesque Demise, it's instant speed removal that hits quite a few creatures here. And then Enforcer, which is very, very, very powerful. If you don't think this is powerful, you'll have some time over the course of the set to learn otherwise. So I'm going to put them in this order. But Grotesque Demise is very good, and I like that our rares are actually having to fight with commons and uncommons to see which one is better, right? It's not so clear. So this is looking to be an awesome format. Really excited for it. Probably going to get some MTGO content there. Getting maybe a draft up pretty early so you can see what my thoughts are. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, see a few things get opened. We didn't open anything expensive, but fun to do. And if you enjoyed that, hit that like button. If you'd like to see more, catch that draft video coming up, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you next video.